Hi guys, it's Lillian Lamore here with Tribe 3 Productions. I am in the lovely town of Wilmette, Illinois at the Wilmette Theatre for the screening of the film Holy Ground. It's a documentary. We're going to go in and interview some of the people involved in this very interesting film that chronicles the history of Chicago and its development along with the beginnings of the Catholic Church in the area. So let's check it out. And you can find more information. Some of my reviews are up on the Tribe 3 Productions page under Lillian Likes, where I review local independent films. And this is one of the films that I reviewed, one of my first documentaries that I reviewed. You can find me on Facebook under Lillian Lamore, Instagram, and Twitter under the same handle. And please be sure to check out Tribe 3 Productions, the blog page for Lillian Likes. Hi guys, Lillian here, and I am interviewing
Michael Jolls. My social security number is known.
So what can you tell us about your role in the film? How are you involved?
I was craft services.
What are some of the obstacles? What were some of the obstacles with getting this film done?
I think probably the biggest obstacle in the filmmaking process was the fact that you're doing a history of a city. Now, there are multiple books written about Chicago history. There are multiple different just events you can cover, and there's a lot of characters. So it wouldn't be fair to like hypothetically saying like, oh, you know, Holy Ground based off the book by whatever. It was like 6 books and then some. And so you have to decide what stays in a story and what doesn't, because you're telling a specific narrative. So like, for example, we specifically made a conscious effort. Don't say Al Capone's name. Don't say George Mundeline's name. Don't say Anton Cermak, William Ogden. Keep to the people that are relevant to the story that we are telling, which is centered on Billy Caldwell, John Kinsey, Tecumseh, so on and so forth. So that was really the biggest obstacle. But then as you go forward into it in other events, the easy example, because we use the Chicago flag, the third star, which is the World's Fair Columbian Exposition 1893, most people know of Devil in the White City, the story of the serial killer, the H.H. Holmes. Well, that has no relevance to our story. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you have to make that decision of, we'll talk about Burnham and Root, but we'll up, you know, what everyone kind of references. So that was really the hardest problem, was as you come into something. Like, I think you could do an entire movie on Tecumseh and his whacked out brother Tenskwatawa. Like, where's that film? That would be a great movie. But we can't get into all of that in our story, despite his connections with Billy Caldwell. So
Okay, I understand. So I just want to say I really enjoyed how you guys told the story with different techniques of the chalkboard, and I know I fixate on like weird things, but that was a creative decision. Just were you part of that creative process?
the chalkboard was just because you have so much material and you wonder like, how do you convey that?
Right.
So the chalkboard was just the most basic rudimentary way of just like, well, we are educating you kind of thing. And it's easier if people can actually see numbers and so, because it's a lot of information and it's boring.
Right. That's what I noted when I watched it. You know, it could be something that's very, you know, it could be dull for the viewer that is not already into that. And I thought you guys did a fantastic job making it interesting for even someone that isn't per se into the Catholic Church.
Sure.
That it was very enjoyable.
The other angle of it was that like, well, it's also because you have to know your audience. Like, we made a film for everyone.
Sure.
But
yeah.
you know, you realize you're catering to a Catholic audience. So the chalkboard was also a nod to Bishop Fulton Sheen, which anyone that's Catholic will instantly know, oh, wow, that's really, like, they get that reference.
Okay.
But it's also, you can watch it and not have to have any frame of reference about that.
Yeah.
So
I agree. You guys did a great job with it. So any other comments?
no. Sorry.
Thank you. All right. This is Lillian signing out.